Welcome back to EFC TV. This is the obviously the underrated Everton starting 11 of players that obviously Everton players were underrated. Obviously, I think Everton players that were underrated and never appreciated. So it's just a few players. I don't know. Forget. Yeah, I'm gonna forget. Yeah, okay. So I say yeah, forget as well. Okay. Also make sure you subscribe to EFC TV at YouTube.com if you want to see. Obviously, you want to see great. Obviously, you want to see great videos like obviously match previews, match reactions, breaking news videos, and obviously great content like that as well. Excuse me. Obviously, I also want to see other great video content, exclusive videos like obviously Michael Master Lab videos like this, and obviously videos like this. Obviously wants topics, and obviously other great stuff like that. I've also got the Doucoure preview coming up soon as well. We've got loads of videos coming up next month. So we've got Mr. Die preview, Arsenal preview coming out. You know, we've got I see it. So that's coming out, yeah. So this one we got obviously got the Mr. Die match previews come out. Got the Arsenal match previews come out with that. We've got a few other Premier League ones come out, and then we've got the obviously energy review end of the year. So yeah, it's yeah. I think towards the May will be obviously. I think towards the end. I think in April we'll be busy. I think in May we're not as busy, but we're still busy, you know, doing NC review. Also, so again, this is probably the only time I can really do this because again, I'm going to be dead busy. Like next 2 months. So sorry guys, it's the only time we can do it because it's just like it's the only time we can do it because that's that we haven't got time. So I know. You know what? No, really, guys. You know what? I'd really appreciate you will subscribe because again, it absolutely massively helps the channel out, helps the channel grow, helps improve, get better, and just massively helps out. I imagine it helps you guys out watching videos on YouTube. I hope it does. I'm just hoping it does because I know I hope it does. So obviously we're getting to obviously we're getting to the start of each one. Oh, listen. Run through from obviously start goalkeepers and then defenders, midfield, strikers. There's quite a bit of them. Obviously we get through. I think obviously goalkeepers are obviously Joe Virginia. Again, he's a player that, in my opinion, I think he's a little bit underrated. But you know what? I think he's a player that you look and go, you know what, he could. I think maybe if he became number one at a club, not us because he got picked obviously, but imagine that I think. So ask him, but I'm just going to ask him. Okay, some you know what? Okay, some you know what's one. I think Virginia, he's a good keeper. I think he's very good. Obviously, I think there's something there. But I think with Vidal, he's obviously a cut one, but again, I think if he's a keeper that he's got low potential. Was that right? In my opinion, I think he's underrated. He's a player that's underrated because he's a player that despite him not being great, he's still a solid goalkeeper. He does that job. He does a really good job, and he can't deny it. He's a really good goalkeeper, especially when playing like the FA Cup and League Cup, and he's just done great. So yeah. Then obviously number 24 goal. Obviously Virginia's goal was Virginia's number was 12. But then obviously number 24 Tim Howard, again a goalkeeper. You know what? As an Evertonian, I remember him. He was That's the thing. His day, he was a really top goalkeeper. He was, but I think like towards the end of like career, sorry. Oh, sugar. I'm swollen. Anyway. Obviously, yeah. Then I was 24 Tim Howard. You know what? I've never done him. Personally, I think Tim Howard was. I think his day was really good goalkeeper. He was, but I think towards the end. I think as he was going towards his not as he go. Yeah, that's it going. Yeah, but I think as he's going like towards the end of his career or stuff like that, and he's getting old, so he wasn't become as good. And then that's the thing with it. He wasn't coming as good as that. So yeah. He's quite an interesting goalkeeper, yeah. He was a really good goalkeeper then, and I believe he went on to obviously play for Man United, us, Colorado Rapids. He went and played for them a little bit, yeah. So he's quite a good goalkeeper. Then obviously number 27, Joe Robles. Again, this goalkeeper was decently okay. So that's good, not good, but I think he was decently okay. But I remember us playing against West Ham in the. I think it was back then. I think it was the Con Cup. I think it was like the league. Oh no, is this what it's called? I think it was like when it's called like Calton Cup or something. I can't remember now. But basically, I remember we played West Ham, and I think it was like I think it was like an FA Cup or League Cup. I can't remember now. He obviously, I think it was a shootout. I think West Ham scored one, and then we all scored. And obviously, I think the Robbers missed, and they scored two, and I was like, oh my god, you know. And obviously, he did that, and then obviously, eventually ends up losing it. But it's impressive. Okay, it's impressive. You know what? I think Joe Roberts was a decently okay keeper, but wasn't one that was never going to stop us again. I think when he played, he wasn't an amazing goalkeeper. I think the time he was good, sometimes he wasn't good. So again, he's a goalkeeper in splits pains. But again, personally, I don't think he was brilliant, but he wasn't awful terrible. He wasn't good, but he wasn't awful terrible. I've seen awful ones. I've seen some people. Also, the goalkeepers. You know what? I see it. So in goal. So I see in goal. Obviously, go on in goal. I'm going to go Tim Howard again. Goalkeeper. I just remember. Obviously, Tim Howard. You know what? I'm going to go Tim Howard again. People might agree with me. So that's great. Yep, that's great. So it's great. Obviously, more. A lot of people might disagree, but again, just looking to him, I think he was just, his time was really good. And so then obviously I'll run for defenders now. Obviously defenders are Tony HIbbert, John Bailey. Again, obviously he was famously in the 1984-85 squad that won the European Cup, or now it was the Conference League. Back then was called that. Obviously Paul Power, obviously ex-Man City, also ex-Man City player as well. Got one from Man City. I think when he scored, he didn't celebrate for the fans because he was a fan himself. So I was like, yeah, I get why he didn't do that. Cause it's like if Jarlson did to us, he would never do it because you know what happened, all that stuff. Then obviously Mike. Now, listen, I don't know who his player is and never seen him play, but Mike Pegjic. His name is really pronounced. Obviously, Mike Petrovic. I think it's Petrovic. I think his name is. So I don't know if that's his name right. I can't remember his play, so I don't know about him. Then I was number 5. So that's number 5. I was number 6. That one. Then obviously number 5. Kurt Zouma again, a player. You know what? As never told it. I remember us signing him on loan from Chelsea. I mean, you know what? This fella. I see, yeah. So that felt good. Okay, so I think I was going Kurt Zouma, me. You know what? As never told it. I thought Kurt Zouma was actually a really good sort of signing for us. He was a good player. We signed him loan from Chelsea. As you know what? Because one, I think. Me personally, I thought we should have signed him the season after we got off. I think at that current time, So I think at that current moment or time, we didn't have money to do it, and so I think if we could do it again, I would probably go and get him. But again, obviously, he went to West Ham. Obviously, he did quite well for us West Ham, but I think there's a rumour of him King Cats or something like that, and I think because he was a player that me personally I thought was a really good player for us, did the job. He can't really money, did a really good job for us until on loan as well. Then on number 7, Alan Harper again. You know what? So that's it. You know what? As I never told you, I really don't remember seeing him play. Because one, my dad does. I don't remember seeing him play. I believe he was a very good player. He's a versatile player as well, so he could play fullback, centre midfield. I think it was like he could play fullback, centre midfield, centre back. So he's a player that you can play him in as a right back, a defender or midfielder. He can be playing. That's a really good thing. Right? He can do that. That's Spiller did. I didn't miss that. But yeah, he's just a good player. Then I'm number 14. Pointon again. Never seen him play, so I don't know about. Never seen him play. Then obviously, then I'm number 16 and Robinson again. A player that obviously I look. I see. Yeah. Then I was number 16 and Robinson. And Robinson. You know what? I think Robinson was a player that, you know, he was in, I think at the time, he was under 23s. At times, that he was in the Everton under 23 at the time. As you know, I think I think at the time I was like, you know, why is he getting into side and all that? But I think at the time he wasn't being looked at, and then I think sadly eventually selling him to Fulham, and then look at him now to Fulham now, and he's doing really well for them. So again, he's a player that I think, you know what, he's a player that was underrated, but he's a really good player for us, and he was a player that I think he only got in the first team not once gone. I think he only made one first team appearance. Yeah, I think he might have made one or two. I think he only made. I think he might have only made one or two first team appearances, which I think it's a little bit sad. It's like, oh, it's like, you know, he would have been, you know, that player we lied now and instead of use no players. And then on number 25, Sullivan Distin, again, a player that I think was a player. Okay, I was one. A player that I think he played for Everton for a few good long years. He did. Sadly, we eventually selling him to a bit Bournemouth, obviously, again. I think he played for Everton for a few good long years, and then as well as that, he was a low for that long, as well as that, right? Eventually, he went to Bournemouth, obviously, was on to Bournemouth, but I think, obviously, we was on to Bournemouth, obviously, did really well there, and I think he retired, yeah. I think at the time, he was like 36, at the time. He ended up selling. He ended after. I think he ended up retiring after as well. So yeah, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting stuff. Yeah, he's a really good player as well. He was a spit now. As centre back as well. He was a centre back as well. So yeah. Then there's obviously run for the so that's everyone. Yeah, forget obviously that's run. Yeah, that's obviously run for it now. Then obviously number 30, Cottee again, a player a little bit like Anthony Robinson again, a lot older than Anthony Robinson because he was, but I think Cottee was, I think obviously we signed Cottee on loan from Wolves, right? As well as that, because one thinking obviously he's a player from Wolves, obviously he's a little fan thinking maybe that thing might not work well for him, but you know what? I think like the weird mad thing about him was, listen, about him being a Liverpool fan, he actually liked playing for Everton. He actually loved playing for Everton. It was like, oh my god, like it's the weirdest thing ever, right? He's a Liverpool fan. I think, yeah, fair enough. He's a red. I get it. Whatever. Not red. Sorry, not red. Gonna sorry. Oh, was yeah, red. Yeah. So that's the other thing. He obviously won. So that's the thing. Yeah, I think I was going on. At the time, yeah, at the time. Okay, obviously at the time. I think I was at the time. I thought, you know what? At that time, I was like, you know what? Yeah, he's face like, oh, not great vibe. But I thought, you know what? I was like, yeah, you know, maybe he might be good, maybe not. We don't know. And then and I think I did an interview, obviously, and then I did that interview. He did that interview. He said he was a Liverpool fan. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. He's a red. Not red. Sorry. Yeah, I was like, you know what? Fair enough. He's a Liverpool fan. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I was like, you know what? I think. I see. So I see the interview, yeah, but yeah, I was, you know what? I did the interview, didn't he? So he said, obviously, he's a Liverpool fan. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. He's a Liverpool fan. I get it. You know, sports. Liverpool, obviously, I get it. You know, it's a thing and his family and all that. As much as I feel. Let's go to the read my thing. I see it. That's it. Read my thing, yeah. But listen. So that's it. Read my thing, yeah. So listen. Here's like a really mad thing about him, right? He was a Liverpool fan, but he came to Everton. And he said, you know what? He actually enjoys time at Everton as well. Is that right? You know what? Personally, you know. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's it. But you know what? That's never torn him. I wish we actually gone out and just gone by. But I think sadly at the time we didn't know we going to do it. But I think imagine if we had the money gone by him, he would have been a really good player for us. He would have been. As you know what he did. He did a decent good job when he played for Everton. He did a decent good job for us. Defensively, he was good. He kept things out. He did that really well. I think he obviously got a header against Liverpool in the Merseyside derby that year. Yeah, it was mad. I think the ball came off and he just headed the back end. Oh my god, it was me. Oh my god, it's absolutely mad the way he just posed. Oh my god, I was gonna play it. You know, he would have been for us, but then once again, that was it. But yeah, but so that's it. Yeah, but so my thing. Yeah. So that's it in my thing, yeah. But so I think I'm reading my thing, but him is right. He was actually a Liverpool fan. I was like, oh my god, the fella's a Liverpool fan, right? He came. He was like, you know what? I think I said, I don't know him, yeah. I said, yeah, I don't know him. Yeah. So I said, I don't know him. So I said, I don't know him. I'm not as right. The fact is right. The fella's a Liverpool fan. He actually let him play for him. He loved playing for him. I was like, oh my god. I think the only felt one of Liverpool had obviously was Peter Reid. He was a Liverpool fan by chance, and it's just it's just mad, also. Oh, he was a good player as well. Obviously, we'll choose who goes and who's now. Obviously, centre back, I'm gonna go with Cottee again. You know what? I'm gonna go with Cody again. Good player. The next time I'm gonna go Kurt Zouma. I was gone. I'm gonna go Kurt Zouma because I think he was a really good player for us. Zouma. Then obviously at both fullback and left back and fullback spotters, at both fullback positions, I'm going to go with, you know what, I'm going to go with, what's that I've got? Yeah, obviously, I don't know. Okay, so that's it. Obviously, I don't know. You know what, I think, yeah, so I think obviously at left back, let's think with him, with obviously he could play, so I think the thing is, right, is like he could play, like, take him over there, but the thing is, right, he could play, I think Allan Harper though was a good player, because obviously one, he could play fullback, left back, I think he could play fullback, left back, but a lot like some other players, Ashton won't be as good because, obviously he's in the going to Everton, so this like ones who aren't playing right anymore, so this is like, you know, whatever. Then obviously, I think obviously at left back, I'm going to go with, you know what, it's not because like there's a lot of good players there. Is it left back? Is it left back? Left back? You know what? He's a midfielder. You know what? I'm gonna go with. Listen, I don't know this correct. Not. Obviously, is it? So listen, let's get gonna put. Listen, I don't know if it's correct. Listen, I don't know if it's correct. I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna go with John Bailey. Oh, okay. Listen, sorry, can't. Okay, so I was gonna go with John Bay, but he's all right. But he's all left because he just look at John Bay play. Just check because not get wrong because John Bailey. He was a left back. He could play. Give me. You know what? I was just been wrong then. He could play left back. That's something I didn't know besides that. There. Then obviously midfield to south. Let's go with yeah. Let's all. That's it. So that's it. Let's run midfield now. Let's run for the midfield now. That's it. Midfield. Yeah, let's go for the midfield now. Obviously, midfield. Obviously, midfield's Gareth Barry again. What a player's day. Really good player for us. I think. Okay, this is about to get not. I see getting through, but it's about to get. I was expecting to play again, but listen, despite his age, I think. You know what? As never thought, I thought Gareth Barry was a really good player. Again, I think like a bit of just gone guy. He was defensive midfield, but I think despite his age, but he was still a good player at his age. It's like how old he was, but he can still do it. It's like that. It's like the memory type thing where I can still play that position, but you know a lot like that. It's like just one of the weirdest things I've ever. I was like, oh my god, how good a player he was. I think under obviously under managers like sort of under Roberto Martinez and under Ron Koeman, who was a really not good manager. I'm sorry, but he wasn't. But again, no, he did a really good job for us. And then other players like obviously I think the Curry, you know, isn't like that. But obviously just looking goals like I think him and Tom Davies were. I thought him and I think it's Dressu who played and left the mustache, but he was a good player, really good player. And then obviously Tom Davies, so obviously I can't put him in the subs or putting it, but yeah. Obviously Tom Davies again, a player that I think currently, I believe currently he's not playing for any club now because I think he had some like mental not mental problems. But I believe didn't he have like I think obviously now he's currently playing for Sheffield United. I believe he's still there now. Well, yeah. But I think listen, so that's it. That's that thing. Yeah. So I think like restarting with Tom Davies is me because you know what I think Ron Koeman ruined him. I bullied him by doing that. Like you read his confidence, he won't play well again, and it's just, as well as that right, he ended up going to Sheffield United. As well as that, I just think you know what, I was never told him. I felt sorry for Davies for he's a player. You know what, didn't deserve stuff he got. He didn't deserve all the stuff that happened to him. He didn't deserve. As well as that, me personally, you know what, I thought he was a player that was really good for us. I think he was probably the second player to come out of the academy. Like was actually in the first team within like a season or something like that. But it was just really good player for us, but really good though. Yeah, then obviously I played the Cottee again. I play that a little bit like Gareth Barry again. I play that not Gareth Barry gone, but I think like a little bit like Gareth Barry. Not the age, but obviously the way he played, and he's still playing now, so it shows how good player is. I believe he's going. Obviously, looks like might be losing to a free agent, whatever. But yeah, sadly he's a good player as well. Then I was under Gomes again. Then I was under Gomes, an old player we signed. Obviously, he was a really good player for us. Did a good job. He wasn't. But Yeah. I got so this will just go for the feels out. Okay, obviously, yeah. Obviously, Andre Gomes. But I think Andre Gomes, I think Andre Gomes, it was sad because again, you know what, I thought Andre Gomes was a really good player for us, you know, he did a really good job for us as well. But the thing since just got a guy left in that year, he wasn't the same player. Then obviously Son injured him, and then I don't think he was the same player again. He couldn't do what he's able to do, and it was really sad. He was a really good player as well, and just not some, but I think obviously before that he wasn't great, and then Son injured made it worse. Oh, just horrible injuries. As well as that, right? He also, you know what, just gone guy wasn't there. So again, he wasn't the same player. You know, he's not a player who'll do all the dirt work. He's worse. So, but yeah, it's sad, really. Yeah, really sad. Then obviously a player who's still couldn't play for him now, and that is just a kind of guy again. I play a lot like Gareth Barrett again. He just, I think just gone guy. Despite his age, he's now he can still play the way he's played and stuff like that. As well as that, right? He's just a really good player. Just gone guy. He signed Aston Villa at the time, and he was a really good player. I got midfielders, quite a lot of midfielders actually, but 27 midfielders. No, so run for quick now. Obviously, just got a guy, Aaron Lennon, Stephen Naismith, again a player who scored a lot of goals. Liam Osman, great player. Anthony Peterlin. Now, okay, because what I've not obviously no one of them players have got because I've got numbers on them, but obviously Anton Peterlin, obviously again, I remember him playing, so I don't know how good he was. So again, I can't remember ever playing for. Maybe he never. Yeah, I think there's other players like American players I'm going to mention, and I mean obviously, but yeah. Then obviously, then on number 2, Morgan Schneiderlin, number 3, Piri Levici. I think that's Levici, yeah, because the name is like really hard to pronounce. Then obviously, number 6, Allan again. Seriously, what a player! Allan, like, properly was an amazing player. You know, for the age he was at, he was an amazing player for us. Did really well, just really good player. Brazilian player as well, really good. Then obviously, number 6 on number 8 Ian Snodin, number 9 Nicky Barmby. Then I was number 13 James Rodríguez. Oh my God, what a player! You know what? And he's the only player that we never seen live at Goodison Park with our own eyes. That's your own eyes, yeah. So that's it. So yeah, so that's number 13 Rodríguez. That was number 13 James Rodríguez. What a player! I'm not. Okay, it's not right there. He's the only player that he's the only player, I think, during COVID, we couldn't go to watch him play live because, I'm not messing. The only player I've never seen play live is him. Like, he's the only player we've never seen play live. He's the only player we've never seen play live. It's just so annoying, it, because at the time, couldn't see him like that. It's not over, but I think a few of the American Toffees or Everton went out to America, obviously that year, seen him play. Like, honestly, we never seen that. It's really sad. It's like, oh yeah, what's that? Again, Rodríguez, then obviously 18, Gylfi Singston again. A player that obviously a lot of things happened to him after he left Everton. Wasn't a great. He didn't do great for him really. He did something which I'm not going to mention obviously, but he did something not very nice. So I'm not going to mention it. If I mention it, copyright, and I'm not doing that. Anyway, then obviously number 19. Oh my God. This is the player I love just because, you know, yeah. So number 19, yeah. Number 19. Then number 19, a player that I absolutely to this day still love to do, and that is Richarlison. Oh my God, what a player, Richarlison. You know what? I'm not messing right. Actually, in my left, right, I've actually got an Everton top with Richarlison back of it. Even to this day, I've still got it. Okay, despite him. So that's despite, yeah. Listen, I think excuse me. Obviously, despite him leaving us, not leaving us good, but despite us selling to Tottenham. Again, he was a player that, you know what, even to this day, despite him playing with Tottenham now, I still love Richarlison, very much I do. I think, you know what, I regard Richarlison as the best player we've had at this club for a long time, next to Lukaku, and he's a player that I absolutely I absolutely properly love. I mean, when I love him, I mean properly love him. He's just that good a player. You know what? He works so hard. You know what? Okay, I think Richarlison, right, I think we can root Richarlison because he can't, after he left Everton, he wasn't very good. But like I said, because one, he's a player that worked hard. He loved playing for Everton. Even when he scored against Everton early on in the season, he wouldn't even celebrate for us. That shows how much he loves us. That shows how much he respects us. He's like, you know what? I'm not doing that. These have been for enough. I'm not gonna come like Luke Sting, a player like that. I think Luke Sting was a good player, but obviously celebrating football, which wasn't very smart enough, was it? At the time, it's not something which he did, but yeah. Then obviously Nikola Vlastic again, obviously a player that I think he wasn't under player because it was one Allardyce won't replay him, but I think so I play, yeah, but so I think he would play him, but he played. I think he only played him he only played him, but I think twice in that season, but he didn't play him, and then we ended up signing to I think Atlanta, yeah, but I think we end up signing to Atlanta, and it's just he was a good player and all that, but yeah, sorry. Oh, this is obviously well. She's got a. This obviously chooses the midfields now. Defensive midfield. You know what? It's difficult. It's difficult. This is a difficult one because one, got to just go on guy and got Gareth Barry. Both were good. It's like just go on guys. But Gareth Barry was really good as well. So it's a really tricky one to use. You know what? I'm just gonna go with just go on guy again. Just go on guy for me was a brilliant player for us. He did really well for us. So yeah, he was a really good player. Okay, let's not get Gareth Barry isn't. Gareth Barry's a really good player, but I like him. He did that type thing. Then obviously on the left, I'm going to go with Tom David again, a player that really does deserve all the credit in the world. He was a really good player for us, and shame. Then obviously attacking midfield, I'm going to go with a player that I think should play there, and that obviously is not James Rodríguez. Not James Rodríguez. No, you know what? I'm going to go with James Rodríguez, a player who played in the middle. James Rodríguez. Look, he played. Davies CM. Could have been there. You know what? I'm gonna go. Listen, even I was gonna say Whiffing, but that's Whiffing. It is Whiffing, right? I think with Rodríguez, he's playing, but again, he was good on the left. So again, you know what? Let's go for Sigurosson. I'll tell you what Gomes CM would be difficult. I can't spell Sigurosson. Sigurosson. Find it. I'll go for Sigurosson, right? Because I can't spell his name. These guys, I can't spell his name, guys. Just can't. You know, his name's hard to pronounce. Sigurosson. Sigurosson, right? No. He was attack midfield. So, you know what? I'm gonna go with Sigurosson in the middle because again, I think Gilly. No, I think also you look at obviously the players and all that. It's just amazing. Then obviously on the left, I'm going to go with obviously centre forwards in a minute. Then obviously that's in the field. Obviously, then obviously centre forwards. Then obviously centre forwards are Jerome Beckford again, a player that Moyes never really looked upon. Never picked for starting, which is a little bit good. I think So that's the time, yeah. But I think at the time he was a good player for. I think was a player that he never really proved that he could do it. But again, Moyes obviously the time wasn't great. So yeah. But then obviously Wayne Clark. Now this obviously what I can't remember Wayne Clark, so I'm not saying because I can't remember everything in place. So my dad probably does, but I can't remember. Then obviously Wayne Clark. Then obviously doing Cottee again. I think obviously he was an interesting player because I think. I think he was interesting player because again he was a player that was really good for us, right? I think we signed him from West Ham, but he was a really good player for us. Did really well for us, and as well as that, he was a player that underrated. Yeah, he really does because he was good. Then obviously a player that was only Everton for one season, and then he went to it's no club meant to come name now. I think it was a club that was in Serie A, I think. I can't remember the club's name now. I think it was there's no even trying to trying to remember something, can't remember. Okay. So that's okay. So I think I was Samuel to so obviously I was striking off in Clark and Cottee. Then obviously Samuel Eto'o again, a player that in my opinion was underrated, was actually not player was actually underrated because he did a lot for the team. He helped the team out, scoring goals, create chances as well. Is that right? He's a really good player for us. But I think at the time Martinez wasn't a really good coach at the time, and basically Moyes, I think Martinez basically he wasn't very good. And basically I think Eto'o wanted to get up because Martinez wasn't doing a good job and stuff like that. But yeah, but I think Eto'o, he was a really good player. You know, he could play on the right, on the left. He could create chances, score goals. Was that right? He was a really good player for us. Was that? But he was only at Everton for like one season because I think he will play for Everton. I think he only played for Everton for like 1.5 seasons. Can't remember. But I think he only played for us like for like one season or a half season because he basically, I think we ended up selling him to a club in Serie A. I can't remember the club. I think it was there's no club's name, I can't remember. I think it was like Sampdoria, yeah. And I think we ended up selling Sampdoria as well. It's mad out, it's Sampdoria. Like, oh my god. We sold Sampdoria, it's like excuse me. Yeah, thinking, why'd you sell me as a good player for us? But obviously wasn't to be. Then obviously Duncan Ferguson again. I mean, Duncan Ferguson, what an Everton legend he is. I mean, get off good one. He scored the winning goal in the 1995 FA Cup final. Brilliant player for us. Obviously brilliant player for us. Obviously brilliant player for us. Rangers again. I think it was one. He also managed us. In the last more recent years managed us as well. I think in the last 2 or 3 years managed us as well. You know, in the relegation zone when we sat managers and stuff like that. I think when we sat managers, we appointed someone to come in. Obviously, I think it was like the third time he did it. He obviously wanted to leave and go. He obviously wanted to come manager himself. So yeah, you get why he did that. But yeah, I think it was one again. What a brilliant play he played. He had a testimonial event coming up with when Rooney actually played with him as well. So because obviously like him and Dunk, you know. Obviously, he helped Rooney spy by him because he was a really good player. It was mad, though. Honestly, mad. Then obviously Andy Johnson again. I think Andy Johnson was a player I do remember seeing play for us, but I think he was a really good player. But okay. Okay, so I think Andy Johnson was a really good player because again, Andrew Johnson could do a really good job. Obviously, I think he played in front of you. He was a player, could score goals. What was that, right? He was just a really good player. You know what, listen, right? I think I can vividly remember him playing for us. I can't remember what it was, but I think he did play for us for a few years, and then obviously I think we sold. I think did we sell him? I can't remember now, but I think we sold him and all that. Then obviously Duncan McKenzie again. Not saying I'm not saying much because one, I didn't see him play, so I can't say much. If he was good enough, I don't know. Because again, never seen him play. But my dad tells me he was a really good player for us in his day. He could score goals, and apparently that's what he says. Then a player that I absolutely is one of my all-time favorite Everton players of all time, and that is Kevin Moraes. A player that you just look at him right, or you just look at Kevin Moraes. You know what? I think obviously most. Yes. I think obviously Moyes signed him from Belgium again. A player that I think he came on as a sub against Chelsea. He scored the equalising goal and the winning goal in that game. Got us to win that game. But I think at that time, at that time. We obviously signed him. Obviously, I think he was in the time would have been the under 23s, and then obviously all the reserves under 23s, he would have got in the team. But I think like most points on benches were, I think he came on the sub against Chelsea. He scored. I think he scored the equalising goal and the goal that actually won the game as well at the time. Listen, I'm not messing around. I actually went. I think I was me and Dad. Better. listen. I was gonna say something that I won't say because I won't. But like I said, I think I was okay, but. You know what? I've never told it. I remember him coming on, scoring them, and he goes, "Oh my god, this kid is absolutely amazing, brilliant player." the player that you just go, wow. Like, I think at the time he was really good, but I think with Ken Mouse, he went a bit, I don't know what happened. Ken Mouse kind of lost interest, and then he kind of just lazed off and just, listen, I'm not saying he was great good because he didn't, but he's a player that really ruined his, not great good, but he obviously ruined his image. Listen, I do budget. Yeah, let's obviously do budget. Before we move on, I do want to apologise for swearing that. I didn't mean swear, it just comes out, and I truly am sorry for, I do apologise for saying swear word. Listen, I do apologise for swearing in. I didn't mean to. It actually comes out. I do apologise. No, serious guys. I'm really sorry swearing. I don't mean to do it just as it came out. So I am truly sorry. I do apologise for doing it. I don't mean to do it. I really don't. It just comes out. So I'm really sorry, okay? Oh God. Then obviously Adam Lookman. Then obviously Adam Lookman again. I think a little bit of Tom Davies. He was a player that we signed obviously from Charlton. Again, he was a player that I thought at the time he was a really good player for us. You know, I think obviously he was a player that was really good for us at the time. He was a player that, I think if you played him, he could do a job there. He played really well. He had pace, he's fast, on the pitch, he could score a goal. But I think he just scored a goal. Obviously, he wasn't the same player. But I think with Lookman, he famously walked out of the Everton training all day because of the bust up and all that went on with that. And really bad at the time. At the time, Martinez, I think not Martinez. I think things like Martinez or things like Martinez at the time was the manager, and basically what warned him with that was Lookman just wasn't playing. He got frustrated, and eventually we installed him to. I think he eventually leave. I know we sold him. I can't remember who we sold to, but no sold him to someone. I can't remember who. So, but we just sad knowing he was sadly he was a good player, really good player. I actually said I compared him to. I compared him to Pelé because he was like that good player all 6 match. At the time I said it, was like, why did I say that? Bit weird. Obviously, Allan Lookman, get him out again, brilliant player for us. Then obviously number 11, I've gone. So that's for time. So obviously Allan Lookman, obviously. Then I was Ken Rouse, for. Then I was number 11, Jack Harrison again. I think a player that. You know what? I've never told you. I'm not a big fan of Jack Harrison, but Jack Harrison has done a decent good job. Obviously, I think obviously playing on the left. He's done not left. But I think obviously playing on the. Playing on the left. He's done a really good job since the indictment. So was that right? He has done a good job. He has, but I think he has done a good job. Let's go. That's a good. So that's a good job. Yeah. But you know what? I've never told. I think. Okay. I'm not a fan of Jack Harrison, but I think Jack Harrison has done a decently good job on there, since Dice been injured, whatever. Dice been injured, obviously. So, again, like I said, because he's done a really good job there. He's played ball there as well. I think he is a player at some race, but he has done quite well. So, yeah, give credit. He has been good. Then, obviously, we'll choose the scorekeeper of the players now. Obviously, Charleston. Sorry. You know what? Obviously, every coach. Obviously, with Charleston. I think obviously on the left, going Charleston. Then obviously on the right, I'm going to go with James Rodriguez. No player goes there because there's no player like Rodriguez. That's how good a player that man is. Then obviously up front, I'm going to go with. Now, listen, low strikes I could choose from here. Believe me, believe me, there really is. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, believe me, there is. Sorry, listen, believe me, guys, there is a lot of players to strike I could choose from here. If you know what, I'm going to go down Ferguson. I'm going to maybe put 2 up front. Obviously, so 4, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, that works like that one. Then obviously. So that's up front there. So that's up front. Yeah, then up front with Ferguson. Obviously, I'm gonna go with you know what? It'd be weird. So that's it. Obviously quick run for now. Good one. I'm gonna go with on next one Ferguson. I'm gonna go with a player that really does deserve credit and mention because he was a really good player for us. And that obviously is a player that I think is amazing. You know what? I'm gonna go with and you know what? I'm gonna go with I was gonna go Sam Letter, but I don't think he can play there. But that sounds if you know what, I'm gonna go with Allan Lookman up there because again, me personally, I think Lookman and him would make a good partnership. You know, again, one's like a physically big, one's like a physically tall, big striker, tough, to score a goal. Then you got Lookman, who's got pace, could come around the back and score. But yeah, obviously, Dave's gone there, but it's still not. Okay. Oh, listen, just something to suspect, I guess, that way. Clark was that. Clark. Okay. Striker, we can put it. Carrison goes in. That's better. Snowden. Then obviously number. Good. Okay, let's run through a few of them now. Obviously, let's run. Yeah, okay, let's run through the team now. In goal, Howard. Centre backs are Bailey, Cody, Zouma, and Harper. Not wrong, that squad's really good. Then obviously in midfield, it's just gone Gueye, Tom Davies, Gylfi Sigurosson. Then obviously on the left and the right of the midfield, as you were. Not the front midfield, but I think obviously on the wings, I've gone with Richarliaon. Everyone knows why. Love the guy's great. Then obviously on the other side, I've gone with Rodríguez again. I'm not sure he got Richarlion and Rodríguez working together. Oh my god, that would be wouldn't that be amazing? Having that, oh my god, just amazing. Just what amazing. Great. Okay. Then obviously my two up fronts are Duncan Ferguson again. Score goals, score quite a lot of goals. I'll talk about his record, but still score a lot of goals. So yeah. Then on the next team, I've gone with Honable Lookman. Some people may disagree, may agree or disagree with that. Let me know your thoughts, because I'd love to know. But yeah, that's what I've gone with. But again, yeah. Let's run through the substitutions. Obviously, run for substitution now. I've run for substitution as you were. Sorry, substitutions. Obviously, substitutions are Virginia, Pinton, Osman, Peterlin, Clark, Harrison, Snowden, and Pegjic, whatever his name is anyway. But yeah, let's not forget. We'll go through some obviously honourable mentions as you were. I forget I'll mention. I think I'll mention go to Cam Rallis, Duncan McKenzie, Andrew Johnson, Sam Leto, Tony Cottee, Jared Drone, Beckford, Nicola Vlastic, Nick Barmby, Allan, Pegjic, Schneiderlin, Naismith, Aaron Lennon, Aaron Lennon's in as well. Obviously, Aaron Lennon, Andre Gomes, Doucoure, Gareth Barry, Distin, Anthony Robinson, Paul Power, Tony HIbbert, Joe Robles, and obviously many others I could probably most of us think of because one, we've really got a lot of players that were underrated, never really got obviously looking because of obviously me personally, I think okay, so excuse me. Oh yeah, sorry for forget. Okay, so okay, oh, pardon, sorry about that. Okay, okay, so I think I was forget as well. Okay, it wasn't easy. Wasn't easy because I think like toughest start 11 I've ever had to do is probably that one because again, that's all. Okay, you know what? There's so many underrated players I could pick from there. There's so many underrated players that weren't there. I could have put in. But again, you just look, just like there's Richie that many unrated players you can think of. There's loads of them. Richie, I think like most of us probably say it as well, but it's so hard. There's so many of them. The Richies that many of them. It's mad. Anyway, obviously guys, let me know your thoughts, comments below. Do you think with the right team, the wrong team? What team would you go? Would you go with something different than I have? Would you go with players like Morales or the players that weren't chosen? Do you think would you got them, or any subs would have gone there, or what would you have done for that? And as well as that, right? What do you think? Listen, do you like this? Do you like these type of videos? Do you like them? Do you want me to obviously do more of them in the future, something like that? I'd love to know your thoughts, because I absolutely love doing these videos because they're fun, they're insane to do. I absolutely love doing them because I do. But there you go. Anyway, like I said, obviously I'll do them because I do. But there you go. Anyway, obviously, let's go. No, I'd really appreciate you guys who would share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter.com, I'll share it on that, and also don't forget to share it on any of your other socials as well. Share it on there as well. And also that. That's it. So that's sharing those. Obviously, I think I'll share it on any of your other socials as well, and also also leave comments as well, like I said before. And I also want to give I don't know, I gave shout out of week, didn't I? Yeah, fan. Okay, so obviously I gave shout out the week. Yeah, I forgot. I gave a shout out the week, didn't I? I forgot. But obviously, yeah. Okay. You know what? And also really appreciate if you would give a like, leave comments, and yeah. And anybody leave comments, I'll give you guys a shout out. Don't you worry. Well, as I said before, yeah. You can also follow me at Twitter.com at EFC TV. So